cracking. I'm out here in the UK on the straight out of Compton tour, man. Much love. And you know you rocking with, man. It's Lil Easy E, and we about that online. So we finna get it cracking, man.
Peace, family. So some people have asked for us to do this video on Skull Duggery, so definitely want to say first and foremost salute and support to all the fans. Definitely don't forget to let us know where you're from. It's a soldier roll call. Like, share and subscribe, and you can join the channel for exclusive updates on content. So Skull Duggery, Andrew Jordan, American rapper best known for his time spent with No Limit Records in the late 90s. First made his appearance on the 1995 compilation Down South Hustlers, Bouncin and Swingin with his song Darkside. And about a year later, you know, P released a trailer on Silk's album The Shocker, which promoted Skull Duggery's album. And you know, the trailer was hot. It's the one that, you know, Skull Duggery kicked that verse off, Spiral for Life. You know, hoodlum, that's what we represent. You know, job suckers shouldn't be on my earth anyway. That's why I put them 6 feet deep every day. And you know, I mean, you know, definitely that was my first time hearing Skull. It was like, he was tight, you know. Obviously come to realize he had been putting it down from before in New Orleans and stuff, but it was a tight introduction. Needless to say, you know, after Silk's album release, Skull Duggery released Hoodlum for Life on October the 1st, 1996. The album, it didn't really sell that well. It peaked at 29 on the top hip hop and R&B albums and number 8 on the top heat seekers. But his next album in 1998, These Wicked Streets, did a lot better, making it 21 on the Billboard 200 and number 4 on the top R&B and hip hop album charts. So, you know, after leaving No Limit in 1999, Skull Duggery reportedly went independent, released some projects in 2000, Third World Stepper, and then another project called Controversy. So you know, aptly titled Controversy would be a thing that would sort of come into fruition through Skull Duggery's career. So a bit about Skull Duggery, you know, going from an old interview that was taken with MTV at the time when Skull Duggery was around 27, and you know, he was signed to Penalty Records, which was distributed through Tommy Boy Records. And you know, Skull Duggery had said, I've known Master P for a while now, and when he hit the mainstream, I told him to pop me off in the studio so we could run this. You know, he's a friend of mine, so we helped out. So Master P's move paid off with the Wicked Streets when, you know, went on to be successful. Had the singles and appearances from Snoop Dogg, Mistakes in the Game, you know, Fiend on Testimony, Me and X on the Setup, and you know, the track Where You From, which was a huge banger. The album's 18 tracks covered the familiar gangster rap territory of hustling to make it out the streets, the pain involved in the life, and hoping for a better life while doing what you can to survive. So these were topics that will be known for Skull Duggery and a certain sound. You know, definitely want to say big ups to Carlos and TSO, Spiral Organization and stuff too. We want to do a video on those guys soon. So you know, Skull Duggery, who put it down on that album, he definitely laid it down on These Wicked Streets, left No Limit, and after leaving No Limit, as we said, you know, controversy would arise with Skull Duggery in 2009, where it says it was reported that there was a warrant issued for him on suspicion of drugs and weapons possession at his home, and when they raided his house, they found images portraying sexual abuse and stuff of minors on his computer, along with weapons and marijuana. So he actually pled guilty to the charges and received 6 years, even though he was facing up to 20 years. And they said his sentence at the time carried no possibility of parole, probation, or suspension sentence, because he had previously been convicted of drug violations and indecent behavior with a juvenile. It's been reported. So we don't know too much about the situation, but it's been reported that Skull Duggery has went on to say that it was some form of a setup. Recently we spoke to Fino from the Gambino family and got his take on the situation.
It's been asked about Skull Duggery, if you know anything about some alleged, you know, apparently some people say he was set up for something that he didn't do, and that, and you know, some people are saying, you know, well, maybe if you ask some of the OGs, they may be able to give some credence on whether this story is false or not.
On that situation, the only thing I got is hearsay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't never speak on hearsay because I never heard it from the horse's mouth. Yeah, I never heard it from the source. Yeah, so if I was to hear from the source what's going on with that situation, then I have better detail. But that's all this, man. All kind of little different shit be flying through the wind. Yeah, that's all I know on that shit. Though I don't know what's going on with that situation. But he home. Yeah, he home.
Yeah, he put something out.
He's staying in Vegas.
Yeah, he put some video out not too long ago. I think on YouTube, just kind of speaking about politics and stuff. But some fans in the comments was just asking questions and stuff. But No Limit definitely got a rich history filled with a lot of controversy and stuff.
Yeah, so we also spoke to Big Swole to try and get his thoughts on the situation, if he had any thoughts, because a lot of fans and stuff have been in the comments recently when we've posted videos from Skull Duggery, who's been maintaining his innocence in some respects and saying he was set up.
Skull Duggery, because he had a case, and apparently he was set up and stuff in that case, so we're going to be covering that. And
Now, I don't know what happened to Skull. I heard it. I don't know what happened to him. I know he was locked up, and I haven't talked to him that it was child pornography or something. I mean, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Is it true? I don't know.
Well, we've been trying to get him for an interview. He's definitely denounced the rumors and stuff.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Skull Duggery in 20 plus years. It's been a long time since I talked to him. And it's just, man,
it's the time goes quick, man. I mean, but to be honest, not to make light, I know he did 6 years for marijuana possession and a gun.
If I'm gonna talk to B90 and ask him, because he knows everything, and I'll ask him about the next time I talk. We talked this morning,
Now, Skull Duggery's definitely been vocal since his release about making his return to music and saying that the lengths that people will go to destroy you. This isn't something that he's just started rapping about. On his old albums such as These Wicked Streets, he's rapped about the wickedness and some of the ills and stuff of the world. With his album Controversy being his last album, it's kind of ironic in a sense how his life and career then spanned into a controversial aspect. I mean, what do you guys think? Would you want to hear more from Skull Duggery? Somebody said there was an interview with Mr. Servan where he spoke about it and said that these allegations were false. We've tried to find it. So, yep, this video is out there for the fans, just an update on Skull Duggery. In terms of what he's doing now, you can stay on here. We usually update with most of his content, or you can check him out via his Instagram. Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on aboutthatonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.